Yeah, there. Hi. I'm going to do a review here of the Beast. Now, you know that I have a recumbent trike and I also have an e-bike. But the e-bike it's a monstrosity. And I'll kind of go over it here with you, telling you if this is something for you, and because it's not for everybody. I'll tell you that right now, especially due to the height and the size of it. Okay, so let's go to that now. Okay, one of the first things here, if you look at the tire right here, you go up here, you can take a look at it. That is 4 inches. So this is a 26-inch bike. Now this 26-inch bike with these tires cranks it up to another 4 inches in height. And that means that if you're under 5'10" with a inseam of less than 34 inches, you can't ride it. And the reason for that is the bar here. You'll end up sitting on that bar, and that can be an hour, but it's due to that right here. 4 inches from the rim to the ground. Okay, so now you take a quick look at it. This is I call it the Beast, but its brand is actually an ECOTRIC rocket. It's 500-watt motor, 7-speed. Now, I live in an area that's, well, there's no flatlands in where I live, so I couldn't tell you the mileage. The mileage doesn't apply here, but I have a lot of other stuff because I go into the desert here. Now, with one of the things about the tires, let me put it this way. This is goat head country. So what I did was I put a tire liner and I put tubes, and I put slime in the tubes, and I've gone already 250 miles with no flats. But then again, I'm not going on paths. I'm usually try to be on an established road where there's less goat heads. But I pick them up, but they haven't been piercing all the way through. So no flats so far on that. But like I said, 500 watts, 7-speed. That's okay. Now, PAS means, pedal assist system. If you're using PAS, which is the lower one, PAS 1, 2, or 3, you can use the gearing. But if you use anything more higher than that, it has a 5 PAS. If you use PAS 4 or 5, it's out of your gear range. And that means you're just going to pedal free because it's going to go too fast. Top speed is about 23 miles an hour. Now, this is not a type of bike for MTB, although some people have tried it. This is basically for trails, hard-packed trails, sandy trails, no goat heads. It's made for heading out into the desert. I made it for out in the desert. I got bags right here. I got another bag here. That's for IDs and cell phones. I got this one right here. Has a med kit in it. This one here carries extra rounds. Yeah, I am armed. I wear a 38 Saturday special, or what they call a 38 special. Here's for the water bottle. I use type 3 or security 3 locking, I guess you call it a lock, cable lock. I got lights in the back, front on this side, as well as the other side here. I also have here, you see down here, I have, that's a tool kit. This is my survival knife in case I get stuck out there in the middle of nowhere. Besides being armed, I have big 15-inch blade. Again, that's for being out there in the open. Right below it is a air pump. I also have on here a light. It's 1200 lumens to light up the dirt roads or roads that I ride at sometimes at night. And it runs at 1200, 800, 480, flash, and SOS. This is the controller board for the for the bike. It gives you a basic idea of the it's the ECOTRIC 26-inch rocket. I did change the seat out to a little bit wider seat for my big butt. Anyways, here you can see that. You can see my trike over there. It's running on a Shimano. Now here's something that people are saying that, you know, they can get the exercise you want. You can get exercise on this, but it's a lot harder. That Shimano in the back here has a tendency, when you go to zero, PAS zero, and just want to ride normally without power, it has a tendency to drag. So there is a drag on it. Now this thing here is not a light, not with those tires. Now the way I have it right here, it's about 75 pounds. It's stripped down, you're looking at 72 pounds. This is a beast. Now I've had people say, oh, I'm 5'7", I can ride that. Well, unless you got 34-inch inseam, okay, you can ride it. But if yours is less than 34 inches, you're not gonna ride the bike. Simple as that. Something to think about. Now you're probably wondering where I got that, because there really isn't a whole lot of dealers that carry this. I got this on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it. They do have them available. This model here, compared to there's another one too, another model of the same thing, except that this has suspension. So that puts it up $100 more. I saw them right now recently on Amazon for about $1,100. They're a little bit cheaper if you get the one without the suspension, but it depends on what kind of riding you're going to do. You can also lower the air pressure on the tires, and that'll give you a little bit more suspension as well. Well, there you have it. It's a powerful bike, but it is big. 72 pounds with none of that stuff I have on it. So it's going to be up to like 75 pounds. So, but it's a 500 watts. Like I said, I can't tell you the mileage on it because there's no flatlands where I live. And I'm always usually off-road, or I'm going up a hill paved road, but still going up a hill or down a hill. So I can't tell you the mileage on it, but it gets me around. Every chance I get, when I come back home, I'll top it off and see how that does. Top it off every time. This way I always have power when I want it. It gets me around town fast. It's good. Now with the trike, what I do is for exercise. This can get me exercise as long as I don't cheat. And when I'm trying to get around town running errands, I have a tendency to cheat. So keep that in mind if you decide to ever look at this. And the price is right. You can't go wrong with the price. I mean, if you look at the bike itself, you know, it's awesome. It's got dual disc brakes on it, suspension. Had 250 miles, no problems yet. Brakes are great. There's a little singing every now and then. I notice, if I'm really out there in the heat, I hear a little singing in the controller or in the motor itself. So other than that, I've had no breakdowns, nothing like that. So it's something for you to consider. It's from Amazon, and it's called ECOTRIC Rocket, 26-inch. And like I said, watch if you're going to do, if you really are considering it. Remember the height, 4 inches higher on just a 26-inch. Well, I can ride a 26-inch, but it's 4 inches higher because of the tires. The tires crank it up another 4 inches and more weight. So keep that in mind if you decide to do it or decide to grab one. But you can't do it. You can't lose. It's a great price. It's a great bike. That's about it. All right. Until if you have any questions, leave it in the comments section down there, and I'll try to answer that. Hit the like button and subscribe button. Hopefully, it's right up something you want to have in your stall, in your garage. Okay. Got this day. Until we meet again, ride safe.